Hello, 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 and welcome to Kuya Mike Covers. I'm the aforementioned Kuya Mike. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Okay, once again, my goodness, it's been a week. I have not done this for a week, and therefore I am, of course, as scuff as usual. I do not have everything prepared, and it's all I already tried. I already started streaming. So what in the world am I doing here? So let's see. Today I wanted to cover WWE. I know it's weird. Um, so Wrestlemania happened this weekend, and um, I wanted to kind of do that. But first, let me do this. Okay, I'm just gonna keep that in the background just to keep my keep audio on uh, going. All right, so what in the world? All right, so we're gonna go through the card. Did this update? Okay, yes, it is. Okay, yes, it did. All right, so let me do this. See if this works. Okay, there we go. All right. So, I wanted to talk about this because this has been one of the really weird, controversial WrestleManias as of late. Last year was awesome. Everybody was happy about last year, and this year has been polarizing. A lot of people did not like this year's WrestleMania, and I'm not one of them. Oh well, actually, let me rephrase. I don't like it, but that's by design. And I'll explain it in a bit. But for now, if it's your first time watching and you're seeing this Kuya Mike struggling and being scuffed and all that, and you like hanging out with the Kuya Mike, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like, leave a comment, um, and ring that bell for the notifications. Although I don't know if they ever work, but if they do, I'm here and I'm usually streaming Mondays through Thursdays. Usually, last week I took the week off, had some downtime, did some rest and relaxation, and celebrated Holy Week because it is, in my opinion, um, yeah, the most important week of anybody that is of the Christian faith. So yeah, um, it was an awesome week, and it yeah, I really enjoyed last week, and this week we're back. Look, I even have my mustache, kind of curled right now, not on purpose. It just kind of does that on its own. All right, so we're gonna go down this whole um let's see, this whole card, and I just wanted to discuss what I liked, what I didn't like, and everything. Um, the first night, WrestleMania 41, night one started off. Yes, there's two nights now. It's really a lot of wrestling for one weekend, and yeah, I'm gonna just tell you what I honestly thought of these matches. Okay, let's start with the first match, which was the World Heavyweight Championship between Gunther and Jey Uso. Now, Gunther, I liked him as tough, a tough person that really nobody should be able to defeat. but Jay Uso's thing. Um, Hold on, let me just let me just. Sorry, I'm just looking at the thing. All right, I think I got this. Okay, I got the list. So Jey Uso cannot be denied. He is popular as popular gets. Everybody does the yeet. Everybody does the whole thing, and um, I do think that it's a thing. It's a great crowd pleaser. I just Jey Uso really needs a lot of work when it comes to promos. His entrance leaves him winded, yes, and that's not the problem. The problem is that you're you have your championship, your world heavyweight championship. You're trying to make it as relevant as the counterpart that they have on SmackDown, and Jey Uso shows up in his press conference incoherent. And I just I have nothing against drinking. I'm just saying that you're the champion. You should at this point be articulate, be able to you should be able to articulate yourself, to express yourself clearly once you are talking to the press, talking to the public, because as champion, you are the face of the company. And I'm saying this as somebody who started streaming to make it, to be able to get better at talking. I'm doing this whole YouTube streaming thing. I'm doing this whole thing. I started doing the Twitch streaming just because I wanted to be able to speak better. So, as champion, you have to be able to articulate yourself and not show up at your press conference basically incoherent. So, kudos. I love the whole thing. I'm waiting for what he does today on Raw and how he celebrates. I'm hoping that he does better. I am rooting for him because he is a really good feel good story. I'm just really biased in that sense. I'm weird like that. Anyway, so Jey Uso wins. Gunther has been defeated. What's next for Gunther? I do not know. His sheen has been tainted a little, but I don't think he's gonna go away anytime soon. He's still they just need to build him up as he is, which is he is like a Bullworth. Hopefully, there's better for him coming up. Okay, next match on the card is the New Day versus the War Raiders. Now, I'm very happy that the tag team championship, the World Tag Team Championship, showed up at WrestleMania. That being said, the New Day won against the War Raiders. Was that the right call? I think so. I know that a lot of people are thinking they shouldn't win without Big E. They shouldn't touch gold without Big E. But I think that they should. I think that I'm waiting for this story to cook. I'm waiting to for this story to unfold. Why? Because I feel like the New Day needs to needs to discover that it's like their existence goes beyond championships. A couple of years ago, they were the hosts of WrestleMania, and they made an impact even without being in matches with Big E. And the thing is, like, they have to learn that the championship is empty. That there's no, like, not to say that the championship is empty in the sense that it's not worth anything. I just want them to hopefully go into a program wherein they will discover their heart. They they would get their heart back, because right now they're empty championship, and they're empty champions. They're champions for themselves, and that's a good story. I like this story for the New Day. I want them to kind of be on top of the world and feel nothing, and they need to kind of crawl back from that. So I'm waiting for this to I'm waiting for the story to unfold for the New Day, and I'm hoping for the best. All right, let's go to the next match, which is Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I have to be honest, I mean, yes, it's a revenge match. Yes, Jade Cargill was supposed to win. I feel bad that Naomi had um to take to be defeated here. I feel like Naomi's villain arc should not stop here, but be a lot more unhinged. Like, I'm waiting for them to write the storyline on this one, and I can see it going so many ways that I know that this is kind of like a it could be the end of the storyline, but I can see so many things for Naomi to do. Jade Cargill is going to go to championship um the championship picture at one point or another. But right now, yeah, like, it is what it is. The match worked, the thing, everything happened. Yeah, that's cool. Um, Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight for the United States Championship. You cannot deny Jacob Fatu, and I'm really looking forward to what he does with the United States Championship on him. I can see Solo Sikoa being kind of like a MVP type play. You know how MVP was the manager, like how Titus was the manager. I can see him being something of that image for Jacob Fatu, and it the dynamics between them still works. I just think Jacob Fatu is undeniable in his charisma. Like, and I feel like he's going to be a lot more. So kudos, he got the championship, the United States Championship on him. LA Knight, where does he go from here? Because I don't know, like, how. That's still my question on LA Knight. He is great at speaking, but I think he's limited by his catchphrases. I know. So I am really looking forward to what they do with LA Knight. I'm just I want him to grow. I want him to grow a lot more. But hey, that is what it is. So, Jacob Fatu, you new United States champion. Let's go to the next match in the card, which was supposed to be Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. But Rey Mysterio got injured and had to pull out of the match, and they had Ray Phoenix step in. Now, here's the thing with Ray Phoenix is he just barely started. He just barely started in WWE. He just got out of AEW and now he's in WWE, and then all of a sudden he is on the WrestleMania stage. I like that is Sheamus level of push. They like between him and Penta, they sorry. They have so much planned, but like so much planned, and and then there's El Grande Americano. Now he is also brand new, and I am very looking forward to what he could become in the WWE. Now, hopefully, this whole confusion between him and Chad Gable doesn't hinder his progress. But at the same time, I am really looking forward to how how he's going to become more than what is assumed of him. But that's just me. That's what I think. Um, so El Grande Americano won via shenanigans, but that doesn't diminish Ray Phoenix as his first WrestleMania match, barely months into his tenureship in the WWE. So that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. All right, going next to the WWE Women's Championship. Um, I gotta be honest. This was a good match. This was a great match, if anything. Um, I'm just not a fan of Charlotte Flair. I said it. I am sorry. If anybody else likes her, then great. I'm just not a fan of Charlotte Flair. And Tiffany Stratton is a great worker, so I really just kind of like half paid attention to the match. I'm actually surprised that Tiffany Stratton won against Charlotte Flair and retained. I'm just yeah. I didn't I didn't expect that. I thought they were going to go Charlotte wins LOL because I did not like the fact that she won the Royal Rumble. Like that Charlotte Flair won the Royal Rumble. I feel like somebody else could have used the push because I mean Charlotte Flair can grab a championship match whenever she wants because she's Charlotte Flair. But it is what it is. That's what happened, and it's good. Like, like Tiffany Stratton retained, and everything is right with the world. And finally, the triple threat between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk. Now, this was great. This was very, very well executed on the match. The build up itself was a little clunky. It always felt like they actually did their roles. Roman Reigns was the barely there head of the table. CM Punk was the crowd favorite, and Seth Rollins was the workhorse. They were very, very into their roles, and it actually worked in that perspective. Let me do something with this real quick. Maybe no, that's not gonna work. Let's see. I know I'm making edits in the middle of actually um, in the middle of working on this, so that I don't have to go switch back and forth between cameras and everything. I'm just gonna do this now. All right. Let's see. And transition. There we go. Since I only have this page anyway, might as well just keep it this way. Bigger picture. So going back to this, I think they did their job. Everything worked in this match because they had a story between each other. There was always that shield animosity between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. There was the desire for Seth to lock CM Punk out of WWE, and then there's the well, Roman and Roman Reigns and CM Punk fighting over Paul Heyman. And did I telegraph the ending? I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I kind of saw that coming. Ever since Seth Rollins started talking to Paul Heyman about the shortcomings of of Paul Heyman's best friend and his tribal chief, I kind of saw that coming, and that was it was good, and I enjoyed it immensely. And even that's the thing with wrestling. Even if you know something's going to happen, it doesn't diminish the enjoyment of when when the storyline comes to fruition and everything happened and it was great and it was awesome. So where's this gonna go next? I am looking forward to what happens next between uh, Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. And even more, I want to see what happens to Roman Reigns now that he is alone. Alone. So everything that everything that Cody Rhodes told him about everybody falling by the wayside has come into fruition. So what does Roman Reigns do now? He has the Ula Fala. He is the tribal chief. He is the head of the table, but nobody's there. What's next? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to how they're going to write up Roman Reigns from here. Okay, let's see. So that was night one. Everybody was surprised. Everybody wanged. Everybody chung. Let's go night two. Whoo, baby. Night two. Let's go match per match and then kind of like, um, and kind of work it out from there. Okay. So, first things first. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. It's not fair that Io Sky was always regarded as the third wheel on this build up because she's the champion. And when she was the first one that entered with no special entrance, She literally just showed up and she just walked down. Bianca had the girls in like with the jump ropes and stuff, and Rhea Ripley had like all the spectacle that she has. I'm just kind of like in that. Why do they not give the respect to Io Sky? Well, because that was the story, and that was that needed to happen so that Io Sky could show up as as the most significant person. So Io Sky retains through over the moonsault. Um, do I think she would benefit from having a manager? Maybe. I think it would also be good if they made her just talk in Japanese. Just let her talk in Japanese. It's fine. She's good that way. So I'm looking forward to her continuous reign. I'm hoping that they use her better now that everybody is laser focused on her. I what happens to Bianca from now? She's Bianca. She's gonna do her. She's gonna be okay. Um, Rhea Ripley again. She's Rhea Ripley. She's gonna be fine. The next there's going to be a premium live event in Perth, and they're gonna need her to be a significant factor. So she's gonna be okay. I'm not worried about her. I'm happy for Io, so I'm not even mad about that. Okay. Now for a fight that honestly I don't know if this fight had any right being that awesome. I was enjoying this so much. And I don't I don't agree with the people that said that Damien Priest looked weaker in this and kind of put him on a step down. No, he didn't, because he was toe to toe with with Drew McIntyre the whole and he showed toughness. So am I he's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about Damien Priest falling down the card because Damien Priest is a contender. And yeah, the only thing that I'm worried about him is that I actually just recently found out about how old he is. And yeah, I thought he was younger. I really thought he was younger. So hopefully he gets another shot at a title soon. But even if it doesn't, he's already kind of put himself in the map, and he's already kind of established himself. I'm kind of hoping for a nice long babyface run for him. So that being said, Drew McIntyre needs to get a championship. Drew McIntyre needs to have a belt on him, or at least be in the title picture. Um, so I'm I guess I'm just looking forward to what is next for them as far as this is concerned. But yeah, well, they're good. This was a really great fight, and that was two great matches, one after the other. Now let's move forward to this one, the Fatal Four Way. Dude Wipes. I can't believe this is sponsored by Dude Wipes. Uh, the Braun Breaker was going to lose this, not because he's not a good intercontinental champion, but because they need to put him on the main, on the on the heavyweight picture as soon as possible. They need him going against either Jay Uso or actually that would be a good match between him and who's his name? Gunther. That would be good if they were um fighting for the number one contendership for thing for the heavyweight championship that Jey Uso has. But he needed to lose the Intercontinental Championship as soon as possible because somebody else needs to hold that. Is that somebody else Dominic Mysterio? I guess. I was hoping it was Finn Balor's time because I've been a Finn Balor fan for a while and I want him to succeed. And I want him to have something good. And him not having this, it's kind of like, ugh. It was kind of frustrating. So yeah. But the action was awesome. It was all flash, all great, and the ending sequence was great. Was great. I no notes. Just let it play. If you yeah, that was awesome. That was good. Dominic Mysterio is your Intercontinental Champion, and everybody claps. I don't know how it turned into Dominic Mysterio is suddenly a beloved, uh, or maybe it was a contrarian crowd. I don't know, but all I know is that Dominic Mysterio cannot be denied. He does good character work. He does good um, promos. He has he is kind of undeniable when it comes to his skills. So a little bit more bulk, a little bit more muscle training, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that he has. Do I really need to say it? He's gonna be a superstar. He's a superstar already, and it's just the stratosphere from here. Like I'm seeing this in about 5 to 10 years, like 5 years later, 5 years from now, Dominic Mysterio will be at like championship level. So we'll see. I am looking forward to it though. So we're watching it from here. Let's see what else do we have. So I was I have a bone to pick with the wrestling community. Joe Henry was not squashed. That was not a squash match. That was not a squash match. I don't believe that he was squashed. I believe that Joe Henry was given a platform and he delivered. A lot of a lot of wrestlers were like went down because of the RKO. And we are in this place right now where John Cena himself got squashed by the Undertaker. So that was a squash. This he like Joe Henry was able to get an offense in, get some offense in, and avoided the RKO a couple of times. And then when he celebrated his WrestleMania moment, that's when he got RKO'd. That's when he got pinned. That's when he was given the shine by Randy Orton, and that's when he got RKO'd again. But it's kind of like you have to realize that the second RKO was an RKO of endearment, kind of like how everybody's like, if you get stunnered by Steve Austin, that's awesome, and you take that stunner because, regardless, that's an honor to be stunnered by Steve Austin. At this point, with Randy Orton being the statesman that he is, it's an honor to be RKO'd by Randy Orton because of the statesman that he is, because of the legacy that he has, and because it's his first WrestleMania. Joe Hendry delivered what he was supposed to do. And I don't think that it delegitimizes the TNA championship. I don't think it makes it any lower. In fact, I like the fact that it puts it front and center in the biggest show of the year, WrestleMania, and that's awesome. I will not stand for any more people saying that Joe Hendry did not do right by Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry performed the way he was supposed to in this, and it was awesome. And yeah, I am looking forward to what happens next to Joe Henry. Okay. Uh, let's go to Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. This should have been for a belt, a championship, or something because AJ Styles needs to have something on him at this point. Everybody hates Logan Paul, but you cannot deny his skill. This is the most subdued Logan Paul match that I've seen, and he still delivers. I mean, he has been working with great dance partners, and that you can't really do anything about that. He's been given everybody that works great. So I don't know if I want to see Logan Paul against somebody that doesn't work well. I'm he's undeniable. Like AJ Styles is one of the best there is, and I really am looking forward to what else he does because he's not hiding the fact that he's pretty much almost done. I can see him being a producer at one point or another. I want to cherish any match that I can see AJ Styles in because I did not watch TNA, so I really did not have um any idea on how good AJ Styles is. I'm starting to try to rewatch some of his old stuff, and I'm like, that's a different AJ Styles from what I saw in WWE, but both of them are awesome. So, looking forward to that, and looking forward to how Logan Paul continues to grow. Now, Bailey's gonna be fine. Bailey has a story that's being written for her right now. Bailey's gonna be fine. She wanted Valkyria to have her moment with her mentor, her Oshi, her idol, and it makes for a better story that okay, we're back. We're back. So Bailey will be fine. Bailey's not lacking of any accolades. So even if she was taken out of this match, she'll be fine. She is a future Hall of Famer. I'm not I'm not saying that I'm happy about how she was unceremoniously taken out of this picture, but if I was playing in a band and then suddenly Metallica asked me to join them for a spill, asked me to join them, I'm gonna join Metallica because they've been like I've been a fan of theirs for a while, and I think it might have been the same case here. Lara Valkyria has an opportunity to work with her idol. Yeah, let her. Bailey's gonna be fine. She's going to be a Hall of Famer, and I don't think I don't think that this will affect her legacy. I think it just kind of makes her a lot more hungry for that WrestleMania match that features her. So yeah, I'm not worried about her. And did I think that it was good that they won? Yeah, sure. I liked it. It's just funny how they were talking about how there's no ring rust when it's obvious that Becky Lynch was still trying to get her to gather herself. So yeah, no thing. I like the match, and then finally let's go to this: Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Okay, it was the right result. There, I said it. I said it. It was the right result. It was clunky execution, but nobody's gonna remember that. Nobody's gonna remember the Travis Scott. Nobody's gonna remember the No Rock. Everybody's gonna remember that John Cena won his 17th championship. More importantly, like everybody's gonna remember that they are trying they tried to tell a story. Now, will this story unfold the way I think it would? I don't know. Am I looking forward to how this story will unfold? Yes. Because now that John Cena has the championship, it's the line starts there of people that need to take that title off of John Cena from now until December, because you don't want that title on John Cena after December. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do let the title go into sunset. The title has been controversial. The title has been all over the place. That's a mixture of two titles, of three titles, of four titles. The lineage goes on and on and on. Is it the real title? Is it the not real title? There's so many weaves and turns on that title. You can vacate it once John Cena retires and continue the lineage. But I think the better story would be that somebody takes it from John Cena and John Cena regresses back to our our good old babyface John Cena. There's so many storylines. It's amazing. Like I don't like I know that the story when it comes to this was clunky, but I am looking forward to what happens next to John Cena. Cody Rhodes is going to be fine. Cody Rhodes is going to be fine. He completed his story. It's a new chapter. What does he do now? I feel like he should start a faction. I feel like he should be the mentor. I feel like he should be like he's still the face of the company at this point. So, what does he do? He builds up the people in the roster as a leader should. And I'm thinking that that should be his role. John Cena, it's his job to try to prevent people from taking the title from him because he is very protective of its legacy and he doesn't want it to be tarnished by this next generation. It's very cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that story. So what did I think of the whole as WrestleManias are concerned? I have this theory that this WrestleMania was supposed to be bad. Hear me out, hear me out. I'm not saying that it's bad in the sense like, oh, it's bad. No, no, no. I think that this was the WrestleMania wherein the bad guys won. Because last year, the good guys won. Last year, the story was completed. Last year, everything that we wanted to happen happened. This year, I think it is time to kind of reset everything, let something go bad again, let something not happen the way the fans want it to be. Let it unfold. That's what I'm saying. It's it's good to have this not be complete. It's good to have this be a bad WrestleMania because it builds up for better stuff later on. You can't have good without bad, and you're not gonna shoot like 100%. You're gonna have fails, and if this WrestleMania is a fail, then so be it, because it allows us to build from here. Just like in WrestleMania 39, everybody was so adamant that it was it was bad that um it was bad that Cody Rhodes lost in WrestleMania 39. That was the ending. That was the story. The story should have ended. The story should have been finished there. Let it build. Let it unfold. If you think that this was a bad WrestleMania, then it's a bad WrestleMania for you. But let it fold. Let it unfold. Let it develop. It's the story's not done. And the beauty of WWE is that it's a story that never ends, and we get to go forward from here. So I'm looking forward to what happens next. Oh, one more thing. The whole thought process that let me just I'm so weird. Why do I not do this stuff before I stream? Okay. That's gonna look weird, but that's all. That I'm gonna do that right now. I heard a lot of complaints from fans that there was a lack of actual wrestling and too much pageantry. This is WWE. It is pageantry. It is a lot of pomp and circumstance. It's a lot of explode. It's a lot of fireworks. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of entrance. If you want wrestling, there's AEW. They have a lot of wrestling. There's New Japan. They have a lot of wrestling. There's AAA. Wait, AAA is gonna be a WWE now. The point is, we're spoiled for choices. We're not we're not locked on, and you're like, this is the only game in town. No, this is not the only game in town. You have other places that you can get your wrestling from. WWE specializes in storytelling, and the storytelling has a lot of twists and turns, and yeah, it does sometimes not hit. Sometimes it hits, and yeah, like, please don't feel like you have to like everything. Because did I and did I like everything? No. Did I enjoy everything? Not really. Is it a story that is going to continue? Yes, I am looking forward to this for this story to continue. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. That's just my take on WrestleMania weekend. Um, I'm going to watch Monday Night Raw after this and kind of see what happens tonight. I'm looking forward to hearing what um, Paul Heyman is going to say regarding his decisions. I'm looking forward to what happens next to John Cena and how this story unfolds. And that's where we are. But yeah, that's just me. I'm just weird like that. Anyway, um tomorrow I am going to play Minecraft, I think. I don't know what I'm still kind of deciding what I'm going to do. So, in the meantime, let me step away cuz yeah, that's too close, a little too close. All right. Once again, thank you very much for hanging out with me. This has been Kuya Mike Covers WrestleMania 41. I am the aforementioned Kuya Mike. Please hit the subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment, do all the YouTube stuff. And yeah, I shall see you guys tomorrow. Now, cue the outro music. Allocated at the silly